Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Bushman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at each life path number forecast for August 2023. Before we get into that, this, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like your own personal year-ahead forecast, diamond forecast, your compatibility report with another person, your full numerology report, your business report, Numerology has you covered. Just book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and let's take a look. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the August forecast for each individual life path number. Life path 22-4. So for you all, I pulled an animal wisdom message and you got salmon energy. And this is interesting because for the month of August, you all are working with 28-1 energy, really one energy. And so it's interesting with salmon coming through because when you first think of salmon, or when I think of salmon, I think of the salmon run at, when they go to spawn. And it's driven very much by instinct, right? Like that sort of yearly behavior that they've done for, thousands of years. Going back to the same place that's sort of embedded in their DNA, I guess, so to speak, right? And so there's like this very instinctual layer to the salmon. And so when salmon comes through in a reading, a lot of times it's follow your instincts, follow your intuition, sort of go with what feels, best or tried and true, right? But it's interesting because with the one energy that you all are working with, this is actually an energy for like new ideas, new inspiration, taking a risk, doing things differently, thinking outside the box. So I do think it's actually a beautiful combination of the two. So we go back to following your intuition, which as a 4, right, 22-4, the 4 is a very heart-led energy. It's led by the heart, or it's meant to be. Or the intuition, right? The intuition is your compass or our compass. And so it's meant to be, what it is that you invest in, what it is that you commit to is meant to be heart-led. Because if it's not heart-led, then you're investing and committing to something that's not your dream, that's not for you necessarily, right? It's for somebody else. And so with salmon coming through, I do think that there's something here for sure about following that deep, deep inner knowing that even though you might not know where you're going, you know that the direction you're moving in is the right direction for you. The only way to fully know that, because you can't always see the destination, the only way to fully know that is, of course, to follow your guidance, your own inner guidance, your inner compass, your heart. So I do think there's a lot to that with salmon coming through as a reminder. That doesn't mean you can't do things differently, but that just means always come back to your center, follow your heart. Now, with this 28-1 energy, there's definitely something here potentially because we have the energy of the 28, so the 2 and the 8, and the predominant energy of the 1 that you all are working with this month. So there's potentially something here about having your own unique vision that you want to achieve something. But you're meant to collaborate with others, right? So this is really pulling on your 22 energy. You're meant to collaborate with others. You're meant to share ideas, come together for a greater cause, not be too biased about things. And then with the 8 energy, it's tying in something to do with career, with authority, expertise, really business probably, right? Something to do with your creative output. And you're meant to collaborate in some way on a greater vision that is yours. So don't lose the integrity of your vision type thing. Now, if we scale it back to not just look at like creative output or career or purpose, if we're looking at like say relationships or how you show up in the world, the 1 energy is really asking for authenticity. It's asking for you to really take responsibility for your own life, to do that self-reflection, to do the inner work, to do whatever is necessary so that you're showing up in a way that is fully authentic to you, to yourself. Because only in doing so can we have healthier connections and relationships. So it may be this month that there's some pressure put on where it is, or how it is that you're showing up in relationships. And are you taking personal responsibility or personal accountability for your actions within that connection? Because the one, though it is very much self-driven, taking a risk, is very much independent energy, it's also going to require us to, again, take the reins within our own lives and be responsible for our actions, right? And to be accountable for that. And if we're not, then of course we'll face the challenges around that. So you could see that come through. Also in business relationships. So if there's anywhere in a business relationship or again in career where your actions may have led to things that were not so healthy or are not so healthy, then this would be a month where you'll see the challenges or the pressure we put on those areas for you to sort of clean that up, for you to take a closer look at that and how it is that you contributed towards whatever that is. What else do I want to say about that? I think the real key this month for you all is to stay true to yourself, to stay true to your bigger visions, your ideas, but then also taking responsibility in how it is that you've been showing up and how you will show up in the future. Doing that self-reflection, doing that own inner work type thing, that will lead to you stepping into your own authenticity, right? So that you can show up to connections in a healthy way. Because as a 22-4, this is a lifetime where, with those double twos, this is absolutely a lifetime of relationships, like relating to other people, taking other people's ideas into consideration, and then running with that and doing something, creating something beautiful from that, right? But I would also say there is a big component this month, especially about that heart-centeredness and that just keep coming back to, is whatever it is that you're committing to or dedicating yourself to, is your heart in it? Because if it's not, then it's probably not for you, and you probably need to figure out what is for you, which brings it back to the one energy. Because, if you're investing all your time, energy, resources, everything into something and your heart's not in it, it's not your dream. It's somebody else's. So you're building somebody else's dream while yours is in the shadows waiting for you to recognize it, right? Beautiful energy this month. I do think there's an opportunity for you all to really come up or to have some big self-realizations about the direction you're moving in, about where you're contributing or dedicating yourself, what you're contributing towards and where you're dedicating yourself. And does it feel aligned with you? Is it something you even want? And if not, you are the master builder in this lifetime. So again, make sure that whatever it is that you're building masterfully, it's something that's aligned with your heart, right? It's something that you want. All right, so I hope it is a beautiful month for you all, 22s. Take care. Bye for now.